Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is the second video that I've done, and it's Merry Christmas to everyone as well, hope you have a good New Year. So in the last video I just run through the details on the car and what car it was and what project it was and when I had the car, when I bought it. So what I'm going to do today is just show you a little bit of the inside of the car. And also what I'm going to do is just show you a couple of the faults that the car's got at the moment. And the big one as well, what I've actually done is I've managed to get the bonnet open, and what I'm going to do is show you, I suppose, the heart of this car, the engine. And I'm sure probably a lot of people out there, that's probably a big thing that they want to see. What I'll do is I'll show you a few of the things that inside the car that are wrong. As I said last time, the car's been sat in the garden now, in the backyard, for a few months. It's got pretty wet, pretty cold, so it's got a little bit mouldy. So what I'm going to do is just give it a little bit of a wipe down today, just show you inside, and you'll see that I've got loads of spares inside. It's become a bit of a dumping ground, I suppose. So I've put a load of bits of tools, so I'm just going to show you what it's like inside and show the engine and talk to you about a couple of the faults. I'm not going to go through all of them because there's quite a lot of faults. I'm just going to go through a couple and then basically see which ones maybe you think I should start first. I think obviously cost wise I'm going to have to start with the cheapest things first, the things that I can maybe fix myself, because as I said in the last video, there's two major things wrong with the car that need a specialist, and they're things that I don't believe that I can fix, or don't believe that I should be messing with them unless I can get myself I suppose a good set of ramps or some kind of lift, and maybe would have a go at anything myself. And the one thing that I wanted to just tell you that I forgot to mention last time is that I am not a mechanic. Okay, so I want everyone to be 150% clear on that I am not a mechanic. Now, I'm just going to move this chair out of the way a little bit. Let's have a look at an old peg there and the washing line. If anyone's got these, they always fly about everywhere. So let's have a quick look at this wheel. Now, I hope you can see that, but if I pan round it steadily and slow it down, you'll be able to see how much damage is actually around this wheel. Hopefully it's not blurred, but as you get to the other side you can actually see just how much damage there is on that wheel. Now if I go closer and look at the tyre, I don't know if you can see this, let's try and show you in my hand, but can you see these little bits here? Now if you can see going round the tyre, there's actually scratches, indentations, and what that is basically the wheel arch catching the tyre. And you can see little bits going round there as well. Okay. Now the thing with the bodywork, it actually looks close up, or from a distance, it looks like the bodywork's not that bad, but again I don't know if you can see from here the difference in the colour of the bodywork. Now this is the best side of the car, so it actually looks quite clean, but you can see scratches close up. But believe you me, there is a lot of filler on these wings, and the other side of the car is worse. There's that much filler on it, it's cracked, and I believe, or I presume that's because they put too much filler in it. You can see here as well, it's like a patch, it's weird. It's like a square patch where the lacquer has just come off, almost like someone's had a piece of tape on there and then taken it off, and then you can also see the same thing there as well, just like patches. So obviously most cars this age have had quite a lot of paint. And then another little thing here, you can see again, if you have a look at the front wheel, you can see bits of damage. The tyres are pretty good. Again, little things like this that have not been fitted correctly. That's the side skirt, the RS kit, but you can see how it's just pinged out, and you can see just at the side, I don't know if you can see that the bracket just there is broken, and it's under quite a bit of pressure, that, and that pressure there is leading it to possibly just I don't know if you can see, but it's just cracked here, and it's just not quite fitted right, just where it meets the wing there, the front wing. So again, there's little bits that I really need to sort out. Now one of these sides does need welding, so I'm going to be able to take the other skirt off and I'll try and get them fitted correctly. So let's show you now the important bit, the engine. Okay, you can see also, just before I do that, just again a bit of the bodywork there where the wing tends to stick out a little bit. There's the engine. This is what everybody probably wants to see. I don't know if you can tell there, but you can see the engine is actually, it's so big, there's no room whatsoever for anything else in that engine bay. The engine has been shoehorned into the engine bay. Now this car's got no air conditioning because there's absolutely no room to have the air conditioning in this engine bay, and I don't know if anyone can spot what's missing. I'll show you what's missing if you have a look around and have a think about what you can't see. I'll just show you a few things that you might be interested in. Obviously you can see all this here, all this, it's solid pipe. Okay, I believe that's the charge cooler. Okay, and then that's the supercharger just here. Now the supercharger is one of the issues with the car, with the mechanical side of the engine. I will just show you around. Obviously when it's all nice and clean, it's nice and shiny, you can see the Ford badge. And just on the top there, just here, you can see the injectors for running on LPG. Now it can't run on LPG at the moment because to run on LPG it needs to be wired up, it needs the original prototype ECU, which I have actually got in the boot. So again, that's another thing spares wise, I've got the original prototype from when the car was first brought out in the boot of this car. And if I just pan just down there, you see the black box there, that's actually a standard ST200 ECU. So I fitted that, or the previous owner fitted that, so that the car would just run a standard power. Again, this is about 250 brake horsepower. Now the previous owner, the listing that he put down was that this car was running safely and about, he reckoned it was about 280 brake horsepower. Now I haven't had that checked, but it was pretty quick when I was driving the car, and with the standard ECU, again, he reckoned that the car could possibly be running around, could be made to run around 400 brake horsepower, but that could disintegrate the engine and melt it from the inside. So it might be good at a set of traffic lights but might not last too long. So that's something I'm going to hopefully investigate later on to see what this engine is actually capable of. So you can see in there is something missing, and this might give it away, this red cable here. Okay, I'll show you where that actually comes out and then you'll know exactly what's missing. So let's have a quick look at the inside of the car. So that's the big part of the engine. I'm sure everyone wants to know that. Little fault here just as we're going round, which I'll show you. It's just these covers that goes along there. It's just the little bit of a screw there that's the cover's missing. And you can kind of lift this up, so that's one of the small points that I want to try and get fixed. Let's open up. Let's have a look inside. You see how wet it is inside. Look at all that. All this. All that condensation. You can actually see spots of mould in the doors. As we pan inside, bit of a giveaway. Anyone know what that is on the floor there? That's one of the faults of the engine, part of the supercharger. Okay, so it's had the blue and black interior fitted from the limited edition model, which again I won't give too much away, but I'm not 100% sure that I'm keen on that. Also you can see the blue detailing on the dash. Again, the normal ST200 has just got the carbon fibre effect. Not 100% sure about that as well, but again that's something for me just to consider. Again, this might be a bit of a giveaway. You can see I've pulled the gear gator up Maybe that'll give you an indication as to what the other major fault is that I said might need a specialist. But unfortunately you can see that, especially on the steering wheel, if I just show you down there, you can see where she's got mouldy. And I must apologise before I go any further. I will say this, not to you guys that are watching, I must apologise to the car for letting the car get to this stage. Have a look at the water that's getting in, just cold weather condensation. You see it all on the dashboard there, all on the window. You can see it there. So I apologise to the car because she should have been treated better than this. But unfortunately, as I said to you in the previous video, if the previous owner would have actually rebuilt this car and put it back together properly instead of making a Mickey Mouse job of it, maybe I wouldn't have been at the stage I'm at now. Okay, so that's just showing you the inside. You can see I even got all sorts of tools. When I had to clear the backyard up to get the car in, I've had to put tools inside. Okay, let's just open the back door now and just show you the back. So she cram packed, full tools. Unfortunately again, if you look on the seat there, the white bits on the blue leather, it's not paint, it's actually mould, so she needs a good wipe over. And you can just about see as well how much water is on the inside, and you can see the drips of water just on the top there. So if I just show you these drips of water here, all dripping down onto the interior, and you can see just on the headline, I don't know if you can see that, little spots of mould, and you can see the water dripping down there as well. Okay, because she's been sat here. Let's have a look at this part just before we finish the video. Just make sure you can see this. Okay, so that is a part from the supercharger. Again, don't know it's called. One side of this goes to the supercharger, the other side goes into the engine somewhere, the side of the engine. And basically what's happened is that the engine, this, doesn't seem to be turning straight. The actual spindle here, something, either the supercharger's not fitted straight on the engine, so if you turn it that way, the engine's slightly twisted, or the supercharger is slightly twisted, and when this is running, it's not running straight, so there's a little bit too much movement in it. And what's actually happened is on this side, you can see if I bring it closer, this here, that's a good perfect circle, that's fine there. Now I believe as well that this was designed to have a little bit of movement to allow for movement, but again there's just too much movement. If you look at the other side, it's actually worn away. You see how wide it is. So because it's worn away there, the supercharger's not working. Now, obviously the supercharger is a massive part of the engine, so I need to get this fixed. But this is the specialist job. This is the biggest one that needs a specialist, because if I just kneel down here, that engine needs to run correctly with the supercharger. Otherwise, again, part of the engine, the big part of the engine is missing. Now the supercharger, by the way, it's an Eaton supercharger. Apparently from an American cars, or maybe an American supercharger. So I've looked a bit more information about supercharger there. It's an Eaton supercharger. Okay, so I'll leave it there now, and until next time, don't forget to try and hopefully, give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe, feel free to, and the other thing as well is don't forget to click on any bell icons so that you know when there's another video coming up. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.